It began on a rainy Thursday morning. Bella, Emily's 6-year-old golden retriever, usually bounced out of bed at the slightest hint of a leash. But that morning, Bella stayed curled in her dog bed, her eyes cloudy with discomfort, her energy gone. Emily, a freelance designer who spent more time with Bella than anyone else in her life, felt her heart sink. She crouched down, whispered Bella's name, offered her favorite squeaky toy. Nothing. By noon, Bella tried to stand but stumbled slightly. Panic set in. The last vet visit had been over 6 months ago. Emily had put off the checkup with the same excuses she used for herself. Too busy. Too tired. Maybe it's nothing. But this didn't feel like nothing. And when she opened her browser to look up symptoms, the horror spiral began. Cancer? Hip dysplasia? Lyme disease? That's when a friend texted her about a new service. **, a personal health concierge for dogs. **, it's like a 24/7 health team for your pet. The message read. They treat your dog like a VIP patient. Skeptical but desperate, Emily signed up. Within 15 minutes, she had a full intake call with a licensed veterinary nurse. They reviewed Bella's breed history, past medical records, her diet, supplements, even her sleep routine. Bella's profile was built out like an athlete's training plan. Emily was stunned. This wasn't basic vet triage. It was personalized, proactive, and most of all, compassionate. A telehealth consult was arranged that afternoon. Dr. Simone, soft-spoken with decades of experience in canine orthopedics, watched Bella through the video. "Let's rule out the scary stuff first," she said calmly. Bella was referred for light imaging at a partner vet clinic nearby, already booked by the concierge team. Within days, Emily had answers: mild arthritis, manageable. A tailored supplement plan and weekly low-impact exercise routines were uploaded to the app. Bella even had a virtual canine physiotherapist checking in. In a week, she was walking again, slowly but pain-free. Emily cried in relief. Meanwhile, in Atlanta, Malik was pacing in his apartment. His French Bulldog, Louis, snorted and wheezed with every breath. Malik had seen it happen before. Flared nostrils, swollen throat, gasping sleep. Emergency vet visits were exhausting, expensive, and rarely solved the root issue. Every Frenchie parent knows this heartbreak. Their cuteness comes at cost. But Malik was tired of short-term fixes. After hearing about the concierge service from a Frenchie forum, he enrolled Louis. This time, the experience was different. The care team reviewed Louis's entire medical history, then consulted with a Frenchie-specific airway specialist. Louis was scheduled for a non-invasive evaluation and placed on a new anti-inflammatory diet within days. But the game changer? A customized breathing regimen. Yes, a breathing regimen designed to reduce nighttime distress. They even suggested toy modifications and home air filters to ease Louis's triggers. 2 weeks later, Louis was sleeping soundly. For the first time in years, Malik didn't wake up to panic snorting sounds. "It's like he has his own medical team," he told his sister. "It's concierge care, like 5-star health service for a dog." In Colorado, Maya dealt with a different beast. Thor, her majestic German shepherd, had been battling unexplained digestive issues for over a year. He had been on at least 5 prescription diets, had 2 endoscopies, and Maya had spent more than $4,000 on vet bills in 8 months. No answers, just guesses. She was losing hope. But this time, the concierge team took a different route. They assigned a case manager who built a full timeline of Thor's symptoms, feeding history, medications, and even stressors in his environment. A nutritionist, a GI specialist, and even a behaviorist were looped in. The team diagnosed a complex mix of food sensitivities and anxiety-related gut inflammation. Thor was placed on a rotation diet, gentle digestive supplements, and was enrolled in a stress reduction training plan that included environmental enrichment and structured play. 3 weeks later, his stools normalized. His coat began to shine. He started running again, chasing birds with the wild energy of his youth. Maya couldn't believe it. This was the first time someone treated Thor like a whole dog, not just a symptom. But perhaps the most touching story belonged to Ava. She was 74, living alone in a quiet neighborhood in Phoenix. Her Chihuahua, Coco, was 11 years old, Tiny, shaky, loyal beyond measure. Coco had been her husband's dog. After he passed, Coco became Ava's reason to get out of bed. But lately, Coco had been losing weight and sleeping more than usual. Ava didn't drive anymore. Her hands trembled too much to use apps easily. But her neighbor helped her sign up for the dog concierge. What followed was nothing short of miraculous. A vet nurse was sent to her home. Coco was examined gently, lovingly. Blood work was done right there in her living room. A team began daily check-ins, coaching Ava through nutrition changes and fluid management. But they didn't stop there. They sent Ava a digital photo frame that showed wellness updates and reminders, so she didn't have to use a phone. They even scheduled therapy dog visits once a week, sensing the emotional toll the loneliness had taken. Coco began eating again. And Ava? She started smiling again. They saved her, she told the concierge team during a thank you call. But maybe they saved me, too. These stories, shared on TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube, began to ripple. Pet parents everywhere realized something. This wasn't luxury. It was love powered by technology. A service that didn't just care for dogs. It cared for the people who would do anything for them. It didn't matter if you had a Pomeranian with a picky stomach, a Husky with endless energy, a Dachshund with a sensitive spine, or a Great Dane who thought he was a lapdog. Every dog had a unique health story, and finally, someone was listening. Because in the end, it wasn't about the app or the AI or the logistics. It was about one thing: connection between science and instinct, between people and pets, between fear and comfort. What's it like to have a personal health concierge for your dog? It's like finally having someone who understands that they're not just a dog. They're family,